In the heart of the intense and exhilarating 2023 Formula 1 season, the motorsports community was left buzzing with anticipation and intrigue when Fernando Alonso, the seasoned driver of Aston Martin, made a worrying claim after a series of mid-season changes. Amidst the backdrop of thrilling races and fierce battles on the track, Alonso's concerns brought a fresh perspective to the forefront. As the championship progressed, unexpected developments and mid-season adjustments had the potential to shift the balance of power among the teams. While many in the paddock downplayed the impact of recent alterations, Alonso's conviction that these changes were affecting his team's performance raised eyebrows and sparked debate among fans and experts alike. In the early stages of the season, the emergence of Fernando Alonso and Aston Martin as a formidable duo was the talk of the town. The seasoned Alonso's third-place finish at the season opener in Bahrain, marking his second podium in 7 years, was nothing short of extraordinary. The unexpected success of the teams was heartening to witness, leaving fans cheering both Alonso and the Silverstone-based Aston Martin outfit. However, the incredible form they showcased seemed to hit a snag as the season progressed. The last 2 races leading up to the Silverstone Grand Prix witnessed a dip in their performance. Aston Martin was suddenly off the pace, unable to challenge for the podium positions they had been achieving earlier in the season. Curiosity lingered among fans and analysts alike. What was happening at Aston Martin? As for Alonso, the last 2 races had been relatively quiet compared to his earlier podium-filled campaign. Though he still held on to a 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship, it was by a slim margin, with Lewis Hamilton expected to overtake him soon. Silverstone Grand Prix was not expected to be Aston Martin's stronghold, but the Hungarian ring, a low-speed circuit, should have favoured the AMR 23's performance. Surprisingly, that wasn't the case. In the Hungarian Grand Prix, Alonso secured a 9th place finish, dropping 1 spot during the race. His teammate Lance Stroll crossed the line in 10th position, the last car to be lapped by the race winner Max Verstappen. Reflecting on their performance, Alonso candidly remarked that the team's 9th and 10th place finishes at the Hungarian Grand Prix accurately represented their performance level on that particular day. "We were not quick enough to challenge anyone in front and we didn't have any threats behind," explained Alonso. So 3 points, 9th and 10th, the maximum. Though starting 8th on the grid, Alonso struggled to make significant headway during the race, trailing behind Carlos Sainz Jr.'s Ferrari by a margin of just under 5 seconds. Despite their less than spectacular performance, Alonso held a pragmatic perspective, acknowledging that they simply didn't have the speed to challenge those ahead of them, nor any threats from behind. It was an honest assessment of where the team stood on the track that day. The recent struggles at Aston Martin have left Alonso pondering their performance. The team's pace seems to lag behind the top contenders like Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren, both in qualifying and race conditions. While they expected challenges at Silverstone, the Hungarian Grand Prix held the hope of better performance. However, the anticipated improvement did not materialize, leaving them with the task of analyzing and returning stronger for the upcoming race in Spa. Alonso admitted, "In Silverstone we did expect to struggle a little bit, but in Budapest we thought we would be a little bit stronger. It was not the case, so we'll try to analyze and get back stronger in Spa next week." Looking ahead to the Belgian Grand Prix, it appears unlikely that Aston Martin will experience a significant improvement without making substantial changes to their car. The high-speed nature of the Belgian circuit demands a competitive package to remain competitive. Alonso emphasizes the need for Aston Martin to respond in the car development race to match their rivals such as McLaren, who have made significant strides forward in recent races. The shifting order at the front of the field indicates the competitiveness and unpredictability of Formula 1. Aston Martin has been introducing upgrades to their car, but their recent pace drop has left them far from podium contention. What could have contributed to this sudden dip in performance? One significant change during the Silverstone race was the debut of Pirelli's new tyre specification. The new tyres are more resistant to fatigue and they bring forward a planned material change for 2024 due to the increased speed of the cars compared to the previous years. The higher speed of the cars has put additional stress on the tyres, requiring drivers to manage more wear during the races. The motivation behind the change in tyre specification is to ensure greater tyre durability without affecting other technical parameters or the behavior on track. With the tyre changes in mind and fierce competition at play, Aston Martin faces the challenges of finding the right balance and performance to regain their place among the top teams. As the season progresses, the battles on the track continue to intrigue fans and teams alike, with each race presenting new opportunities and challenges. In the Formula 1 paddock, the consensus was that the new Pirelli tyre specification introduced in Silverstone didn't significantly alter the pecking order. However, Fernando Alonso believes otherwise. He noted that the team was only 1/10 behind McLaren, which indicated some potential in their performance despite the results not reflecting it. Alonso acknowledged the need for improvement, especially as they seem to have taken a step backward in the past few races while others made strides forward. Aston Martin had been renowned for their ability to manage their tyres effectively, making them competitive and consistent. However, since the new tyre introduction, they have struggled to attract the same level of performance from their car as they did with the older tyres. The more resistant nature of the tyres may have disrupted their ability to maintain optimal tyre temperatures, affecting their lap times and overall pace. Alonso observed that Red Bull too appeared to have been affected negatively by the new tyres. They had dominated previous races but seemed to have lost performance since Silverstone, with Max Verstappen only slightly ahead of Lando Norris during the Hungarian Grand Prix. He told the media, "It is a coincidence that the new Pirelli tyres came in Silverstone. There are a couple of teams that are struggling more and a couple of teams that are very happy with the new car now. It's not only us. I think Red Bull has clearly been hit with those tyres. They've been 1-2 every qualifying, 1-2 in every race, and now they are not even on pole position. Checo Perez is struggling to be in the top 10. At Silverstone, I think Max Verstappen was only 3 seconds in front of Lando Norris in the race, so I see things a little bit abnormal since Silverstone." Regarding the impact of the new tyres on Aston Martin, Alonso admitted that it was challenging to be neutral while evaluating the situation. While some teams continuously brought new parts to improve their cars, Alonso felt that Aston Martin had not made significant strides in comparison to their main competitors. Before the race in Hungary, he said, "We are 1/10 from McLaren, so it's not as bad as maybe the result looks like, but yeah, we need to improve, there's no doubt. We made a step backwards in the last few races, and everyone did a step forward. Also, it was a coincidence that when the new Pirelli tyres came in Silverstone, there are a couple of teams that were struggling more and a couple of teams that are very happy with the car now." Nonetheless, Aston Martin currently holds a respectable 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship, ahead of Ferrari but trailing behind Mercedes. Alonso remained optimistic but acknowledged that the competition would be tough until the end of the season, with Ferrari and McLaren likely to make strong challenges. He explained, "Trying to finish second is the goal, but it's going to be tough all the way to the end. We'll see how we finish this championship, but we can't forget that there are several very fast teams and drivers behind us. Ferrari and McLaren are going to come up or have already started to, but we're looking ahead. We're looking at Mercedes because that's the right attitude to have to continue to protect our lead cushion in terms of points over our pursuers." Alonso recognized that Aston Martin's current driver lineup might not be enough to contend with Mercedes unless he can single-handedly carry the team on his back. As the season progresses, their focus remains on finding improvements in upcoming upgrades to stay competitive against their rivals. "We have to understand what the car is doing now compared to the beginning of the season, how many upgrades we have brought compared to our main competitors, and then understanding the new tyres the best. They are the same for everybody, so we just need to do a better job." Now, the question remains, can Aston Martin turn around their declining form? Can Alonso lead them to a 2nd place finish in the Constructors' Championship? Fans and experts eagerly await the unfolding drama and excitement as the teams continue to battle it out on the track. With unpredictable twists and turns, the world of Formula 1 remains captivating, and Aston Martin's journey towards success is one that keeps racing enthusiasts at the edge of their seats. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe to the channel and let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below.